Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. I'm Anisha and happy Bookmas! So I thought I would start out this Bookmas kind of adventure. Just a nod to Vlogmas. And also a vlog is only I'll be able to film this week because it's exam week, guys. And I have an exam Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The kind of highlight though is that I'm getting my two heaviest exams out of the way right off the bat. On Thursday I have Intro to Nursing Science, and then on Friday I have Health Assessment. So it's okay, I'm gonna get through it, and if you are one of my fellow students, we're gonna get through it. We got this, and we're gonna study hard and try our best, and that's literally all we can do. So let's get to it. For today I still have to make my aging and palliative care Quizlets for my Intro to Nursing Science course, and then I'll be done, and then I can just start studying. And then I have to start making Quizlets. Well, actually, I want to redact that a little bit. I think making Quizlets is kind of studying because you're reviewing the material again. But I digress. And then I have to start making my Quizlets for my health assessment class. So I have to make my MSK pain and neurological health assessment Quizlets. And that shouldn't really be a problem. I feel like it takes longer to like write out all the notes, but I'm not gonna do that for health assessment. I'm just gonna go straight from the slides to a Quizlet, which I think is more efficient, but I didn't do that with Intro to Nursing Science because I just like to see all the information first before I put into a Quizlet. I'm just rambling, but anyways, that's my plan for today. I think it should be doable. I also have to go to class today, so I have my last health assessment class of the semester today, and then Tuesday and Wednesday I always have off anyway, so there's no classes. So I also have to do that today, so we got this. And I hope you enjoy my very chaotic vlog. We're gonna kind of also see it's like a sub part of this is seeing how much I can read. Do I think I'm gonna read a lot? No, I'm sorry, I don't want to mislead you. I don't think I'm gonna read a lot. Because once I get stressed, I get in the stressed mode. But I am reading a few books right now. So I'm reading the second Legendborn book. And if you saw my review of Legendborn, no you didn't. Because I said I would never pick up like books in the series because I didn't like the writing. But I'm influenced. I saw someone reading Legendborn and I was like, okay, I'll read the second book in the series. I'm reading that on audiobook and kind of on ebook. But you know, I'm probably gonna do audiobook a lot more because it's just so much more convenient when you're walking somewhere, or if I'm going to the gym or something, like we're popping in that audiobook. That's how we're doing right now. I think I'm 45% through. We'll see how far I get this week. I make no promises that I'm gonna read a lot. My estimation is I'll probably read about 50 pages this week. And you know what? That will be a win for me because I'm not a fast reader and I'm just here for the vibes. Okay guys, I finished making all my flashcards for my Intro to Nursing Science final, and there's a lot of cards, and I don't know if I just like didn't study correctly or like make notes or Quizlets flashcards correctly, but I don't know because I think this half, because these cards are just from the first midterm onwards, I think maybe there's just more like definitions or something. I hope, because when I had my first midterm, I think I made like 140 cards, and this is like more than 100 more than that, obviously. So but it's okay. This is what was in the slides, this was what was in the textbook, like the practice questions, so I'm gonna just assume it was fine. But yeah, let's just take a moment to appreciate how many flashcards I made right here. Like, for reals, that's crazy. Look at this. 231. Like, it's going. It's going and going and going. Oh, this is so much. Okay, we reached the end. Oh, nope, there's 131 more. Look at this. Okay, anyways. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay. We're gonna make it through. I'm gonna stay positive. But that's a lot of cards. I am kind of debating between if I want to start making the flashcards for health assessment or I want to just study these. And I feel like because I want to just start making the Quizlet for the other class, I should actually just study this because, again, there's so many cards, and if I don't start now, when am I going to start? So let's go. Let's lock and load. Yeah. So my game plan for this class specifically is because the professor recommended that we use like a separate resource to study, and I used it for the first midterm, and I thought, I don't really think it was helpful, but if the professor is like really harping on it to be important, I'm gonna just do it. So I'm gonna go through the resource. It's called Evolve. So I'm gonna go through the resource. So there's case studies, and then there's also like chapter questions that correspond with whatever chapters we covered for whatever lecture. So I have to do the case studies, have to do the practice questions. I've already done them all one time, but I do like to do it multiple times because I think there was one question on the midterm that was from the Evolve, and it was like exact copy and paste. So I think even if it's at one point, I'm gonna still do it because it's worth it. Just have like a little freebie here and there. So have to do that again. And then I think that's like, I want to say 6 or 7 chapters. So it's about like 14 little resources I have to go through and then go through all of these flashcards. And then this exam is actually, okay, this sounds kind of stupid of me to say, but this exam is actually like cumulative, but it's not like 10 or 20% cumulative. It's like 45% cumulative. Like the exam is 110 questions and 60 of them are from after the first midterm, and then the remaining 50 are from the first midterm and before. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just dumb because in my previous degree, like it would be like a few questions from before the midterms or something. It wouldn't be like so cumulative. I don't know. It's a lot. In my opinion, it's a lot. But I'm gonna stay positive. I'm forcing it. So yeah, I have, again, the 230-ish cards that I have here, and then my like 140, 120, 136. I wrote it down. I like added it up earlier to see how many cards I had. So 140 from the first midterm, and then the 230-ish from this one. Okay, so that's what, like 231 plus that. Okay, so 7, 6. I never said I was a math person. So that is 367 cards, which is actually not that bad. I feel like usually for final exams, that's how many cards I have to study. So maybe I'm not going to freak out. That's actually great. That's fine. Yeah, that's so doable. Let's lock in. Well, that was a little turn of events. That's actually not that many cards, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain how 230 cards was a lot, but almost a little over 350 cards is not. Make it make sense? Because I sure can't. But, yeah. So, let's just start. We're gonna start with doing the review of the cards I just made for this final, and then we'll go and do the other ones. So let's start. Okay guys, I forgot that I actually have a class today, so I'm gonna run to that. I am gonna continue doing my flashcards on the bus. Okay guys, time for an update. So, I think it's been maybe like 6 hours since I last saw you. I think the last clip was me running to school. So I feel like I've literally lived like many lives since I last talked to you. It's only been a few hours, but I've been grinding that Quizlet. So I reviewed all of the cards that I made for the final, or that I made just now for the final, and wow, that took me so long. And I didn't even get to the ones that are before midterm one, so it's okay. I'm gonna give it to myself. It felt so good to get through that. When I like finally was like on my last like two that I had to review again because I kept like forgetting what it was. It felt good. That felt good. And now I'm taking a break because I don't even know what's going on right now. I feel so cooked right now, and I feel like you know I'm cooked when my glasses come out because my eyes start hurting. Because the more stressed I am, the more my eyes will start hurting. It's just like, how am I supposed to study in these conditions? So I have not touched a single one of my health assessment lectures. So I still have to do that. It's 9 o'clock right now. So we'll get to that, but I'm gonna take a fat break for like 30 minutes and just chill. I don't even know if I have time for that. I'm gonna give myself like a 10-20 minute break, and then we'll see if I still need that extra 10 minutes. Maybe I'll listen to my audiobook. Oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook, which I don't think I read any of it since like I started this vlog. Yeah, so I am 45% through Bloodmarked, and we're gonna take a little breakity and listen to it. Okay, guys, I took a full 30 minutes, so I think now what I'll do is I'm going to start the health assessment. So I have to first start with, so what I did is that I made all of the like lecture slides into one giant PDF. So I have 248 slides all in here, and it's basically all of the slides that we went through in class. And then I'm just gonna start making Quizlets from this. So whether I showed it or not, I have a Google Doc for all of my intro to nursing science information. But I feel like for health assessment, it can just go directly into a Quizlet. There's not really like a lot of information to know, in my opinion, for health assessment. It's really like, I don't know. I don't want to say common sense because that's not true at all. It's just a different type of information that I feel like you just memorize it. There's not really a lot of like connecting the concepts, so I don't need to see it all laid out. So yeah, that's my logic for it just going straight into a Quizlet. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. It's 9:55, so I'm gonna ideally go until midnight and then call it a night because girl's tired. Okay guys, welcome to Tuesday. So today I am planning to finish up my health assessment Quizlet. Yesterday I went through eyes, ears, mental status, MSK, and pain. And today we're gonna knock out the rest. So I think that includes GU, so genitourinary, and I also have breast and regional lymph nodes, and heart and peripheral. So I think that the most like high yield content on this is gonna be heart and peripheral because that's just how I feel. So we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. Oh, I actually did more than I thought yesterday. Okay. I also did mental status, which I said, but I didn't know I did that. Okay, amazing. And yeah, so let's get her going. I'm sorry if I look a mess. If this is terrible to look at, I'm sure I'm gonna like fast forward through this. Actually, you know what? Just on a side note, health assessment has actually been flying by. I finished so much because a lot of it is just like what are questions you can ask, and I feel like that is common sense. Like, what are you gonna ask for if someone has like a joint issue or like blah blah, like there's only so much you can ask. And it's a multiple choice. So like I feel like when you're looking at it, you're like, which one applies best to joints? And you just pick that one. I don't know. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm too overconfident going into this. I don't know. But that's how I feel right now. So yeah, let's do that. Guys, it is now 5:07. My concentration was getting terrible, so I was like, let me just reset. So I took a shower. I'm back. I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use a little bit of a technique that you probably all know. I'm gonna use the Pomodoro because I just don't want to focus right now, and it's obviously not an option. So I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna see how that works, and I'll get back to you. But yeah, I don't really like the Pomodoro because I feel like 50 minutes is not a lot of time to really like get into it. And so I feel like it kind of just interrupts my flow. So I try not to do it, but like a girl's gotta do what she gotta do. And yeah, it's pretty easy now though. I'm just going through flashcards. So we're gonna get through it. It's not that bad. I'm just complaining. And I'm done studying. I just don't want to be doing this anymore. But we're gonna do it anyways. So that's great. Let's get to it. You know what? We're gonna also light a candle. I was thinking about it and I was like, do I really want to right now light a candle? But I'm gonna light a candle. And I don't think it's gonna be in frame, so we'll lift it up here. We're gonna ignore all that mess. It's exams. We're gonna light it. Amazing. Some little spirit peach bellini candle, and we're just gonna start. I'm gonna put my hair up because are you even studying if you don't look like a bald man? Good enough for me. My hair is out of my face. Okay guys, I look absolutely disheveled, but that's the exam season aesthetic, I fear. Actually today I'm kind of chilling. I also realized I haven't been giving any updates about reading, and I am reading. I'm just not reading a lot. So on Monday I took a break and I read more of Bloodmarked. And I read 23 pages, did some girl math right there. And then today I decided that I wanted something a little bit lighter. I didn't read anything yesterday on Tuesday. No reading. But then today I was like, I want something lighter, something more fun and not so intense. So I picked up Isn't It Bromantic by Lyssa K. Adams. And I've been flying through this series for the last month or so, so I'm having a good time. And honestly, I feel like every book I'm like, oh, this is my new favorite, this is my new favorite. So they only get better. And I just in this morning have read 19%, and I will do the girl math right now for that. Okay, so I've read 65 pages, but technically I listened to it, and these books are like, you can listen to them on like 1.75. Like the narrator's voice is very clear and easy to understand. But on the little to-do for today, I want to go to the gym. I probably am going to do another review of all the flashcards, obviously, for my exam tomorrow, so Intro to Nursing Science. And then do another review for my health assessment class. And that's really it. I don't really have a lot to do, but it's got to get done. So we're going to do that. Oh, that's it, really. I'm kind of shocked because I thought I would be like behind. I didn't think I gave myself enough time to study fully, but sometimes things just work out, I guess. Okay, I'm actually going to enjoy my smoothie first and then we'll get into work. I'm not working right now. Welcome to the next day. So it's Thursday now, and I have my first exam of the exam season today. So I have Intro to Nursing Science, and do I feel ready? I don't know. I do, honestly, because I feel like even last time when I was preparing for the midterm, I didn't feel like the way I revised was consistent with what was on the midterm, but it still ended up being okay. So we're gonna keep that energy. I'm gonna hope for the same thing. But I definitely need to review whatever was on the first midterm and just make sure I really have that information down pat. And then really that's it. And I'm gonna skedaddle to school because the exam is starting at 2 o'clock. And ideally I'll get there by 1 just so that I don't need to panic and worry if I'm gonna get there because the bus is running late or something. And that's really my day. So we'll see, and I'll update after the exam. Okay guys, welcome to my kitchen. I decided to take a little breakity and, just make some cookies. So I already made the batter. The dough. I have made the dough. I'm going to just do the little balls and cook it because I just want some sugar. That's really the update. I think that the exam was hard. Is that an understatement? I don't know. But we're not going to judge how this ended up. It's okay. Yeah, that exam was brutal. It wasn't brutal. It was just a lot harder than I expected. That explains why I had the urge to make something sweet. But hoping health assessment goes better tomorrow. But that's okay. I tried my best. And that's all I can ask for. And it's not like I slacked off. I fully studied. So nothing more I can do. If you're like a cookie making connoisseur, please don't judge me. This is just how it ends up. Okay, that is it. We got some cookies ready, some cookie dough ready. And I'm gonna pop it in the oven and I'm gonna study. That's the plan for the night. Okay guys, I have cookie and I have a spoon because I don't want to touch it with my hands. And we're gonna just get cracking on this Quizlet. Okay, Friday. It's the last nursing exam of the exam season. Okay, and health assessment, honestly, I feel like, I've slept now, so I feel more positive and confident. So my outlook is much better on what this exam could be. I think I will do okay. I'll definitely pass. And I don't know, I'm just gonna try and keep some positive vibes because this professor was also kind enough to give us a lot of really in-depth and structured hints about what will be on the exam. So I feel much more confident. I'm definitely not saying I didn't study. I studied very hard, but I feel more confident. It's definitely more clear what the expectations are for this exam. So I'm just doing some last minute studying, making sure I have all the cranial nerves and their functions down. We obviously don't need to know like super in depth, like we don't need to know what muscles it innervates and all that stuff, but just like what it actually does. So I think I got it. I'm gonna keep reviewing because I'm scared, and I always feel like it's just like almost a comfort behavior to just go through my Quizlets because then I can't say I didn't study. I did. So just make sure I have all that down packed, which I think I do because I've gone through this Quizlet so many times now. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. And then after this, again, I just have, tomorrow I have nutrition. It's a pretty relaxed exam, it's virtual. And then on the 18th, which right now it's December, what day is it today? I think it's the 6th. Yeah, December 6th. And my next exam after nutrition tomorrow is not until the 18th. So I got a lot of time. I'm gonna just like take a week off and then just come back, zoom through the flashcards for my determinants of health, and then that's it. I'll be done. The end is close. Okay guys, this is the end of the vlog. I do have one more midterm tomorrow, but I don't think I need to include that in this vlog because, again, like I mentioned, it's really not a very intense exam. So that's the end. I finished my first exam season in terms of my nursing courses, and I just have my electives left, so it's kind of nice. And I think that the exam today went better than yesterday's, so it's a nice note to end off this vlog on. Don't need to be negative because I think yesterday I was a little bit down about my performance, but it's in the past, it's done, and I think I did pretty well today, hopefully. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you for coming along with me.